Thank you for the compliment, Zach. Hi, Royal Oak. Let's get started. So my wife woke me up very early this morning in order to tell me that there was a spider this big in the basement. I went down to investigate and I found that there was actually a spider this big in the basement. And that got me thinking. The world would be a much, much better place if women judged penis size the same way that they judge spider size. I mean, when you see my penis, I want you to feel like you should probably go wake someone up in order to help you do it. Also, wouldn't mind terribly if you smacked it with a shoe. Sorry. So, I like to drive around with my wife. Now, when I drive around with my wife, she has a tendency to disagree with me verbally. And when she disagrees with me verbally, I have a tendency to feel oppressed. And I think the natural human tendency when you feel oppressed is to write a spiritual. I've written a spiritual, and it goes something like this. Why you gotta tell me how to drive? I know where the restaurant is. Now when she loses her mind, which is the proper response, and just starts freaking out, why are you going to be such an asshole all the time? This, by the way, is the universal symbol for my wife, is losing her mind. You can use it. Take it home with you. So just, underneath that, I like to add some drama and some cinema to the situation. So I just bring a nice reprise. So, Now what this does is it says, honey, I'm still not listening, but I am still being a dick. Which she appreciates. So we got a GPS in order to try to alleviate some of these situations. And I was flipping through the voicemail options on the GPS. It's fancy. I was flipping through the voice options on the GPS, and I realized that none of them are very soothing or calming. And living in the metropolitan Detroit area, sometimes you can find yourself in sketchy neighborhoods, and maybe you need somebody to guide you through. Maybe somebody like, I don't know, Anthony Hopkins. He could come on and say, in 300 feet, you're going to come to a fork in the road. What will you do when you reach the fork in the road? Well, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to make a left. Or perhaps you'll stay right. But whatever you decide, know there could be dire consequences. You can make the slurpy noise if you want. That's an option. So I come to my Anthony Hopkins by way of Morgan Freeman. That's impossible. No, it isn't. Apparently, when I'm drunk enough and trying to sound like Morgan Freeman, I end up just sounding like Anthony Hopkins anyway. I had a friend say to me after a late night, can you do a Morgan Freeman voicemail? Actually, what she said was, can you do a Morgan Freeman GPS voice option? Okay, that was a callback to me screwing up. I'm that good. So can you do a Morgan Freeman voicemail for me? And I said, I'll try. And here's what I came up with. Sarah can't come to the phone right now. She decided it was either time to get busy shopping or get busy dropping. Now, I was pretty proud of myself. I thought that was all right. She said, you know, your Morgan Freeman sounds a hell of a lot like Anthony Hopkins. And that got me thinking. Can you imagine if Anthony Hopkins had gotten any of the Morgan Freeman gigs? March of the Penguins? Think about that for a second. That'll keep you up at night. It's so terrifying I don't even have to, okay, I'll do it for you. These magnificent creatures, these birds who think they're fish, traverse unspeakable terrain until they get to a place where no life is sustained. It couldn't possibly be! So we get to the restaurant. Costa Rican place, nice joint. I specifically hear the server at another table say, gonorific. Now I don't know if gonorific is one of the Costa Rican words I don't know, because there's a couple. Or if perhaps the Costa Rican people have taken it upon themselves to take horrible venereal diseases and turn them into positive adjectives. If that's the case, I think we need to take a page out of their book. Maybe the next time you go out on a date, when you get back, you can call your friend and say, hey man, can't wait to tell you. My date tonight was gonorific. And you can say, oh, that's awesome. I was just about to call you because mine was syphiliserous. Now you guys should be all puffed up and macho about it. By the way, we need to talk about, can we talk about this stuff? I saw a guy in the bar the other day. He was way up here. Like, I'm not exaggerating. He was like straight scarecrow posture. It was upsetting. I thought he got hurt on the way in. Every single time he took a drink out of his beer, his whole elbow would come up with the beer, like some kind of weird bro defense mechanism. Like, I know you're going to try to kiss me on the cheek, faggot. It was crazy. But that got me thinking again. I do that a lot. I think one's perceived masculinity is directly proportionate to how far their elbows are kept from the body. I'll give you an example. I'm going to use myself as an example. It'll be a little weird because I'm sort of a badass. But, so this is normal, kind of. And we met Scarecrow the D-bag. He was lovely. Every now and again, though, the masculinity is so great that it actually pulls the elbows behind the body, and you ain't know what this guy back here. And we all know that this guy is not to be trifled with, no sir. But look what happens when we reverse the polarity. It brings the elbows in front of the body. And now you're left with something just a little bit different. And this guy up here might say something like, I really hope that your date was syphilis or And this guy back here would say, I don't know, I gotta be honest with you, buddy. It was just okays. I'm Rick Lane, that's my time. Thank you.
One more time for the hilarious Red Lane, everybody.